Shellen Sports Media welcomes you to the North Central versus Illinois West All-Conference All-Star Game. We welcome you in for what is going to be a fun one. My name is Joe Williamson, alongside my partners Ethan Wiles and Brandon Januska, and we have a lot of fun coming your way tonight. It's the Illinois North Central All-Stars versus the Illinois West All-Stars. The best of the best, the boards of North Central High School Hockey League and Illinois West High School Hockey League welcome you to the All-Conference All-Star Game. Tonight's game will feature the best of the best by definition. An All-Star game is an All-Star is one who has shown exceptional skill in what they do. Not everyone can play in this event. Congratulations to all the players, coaches, and families involved. Enjoy the game. We cannot think of a better way to cap off the season. And Ethan, All-Star games, especially when they're really in the true form of the sport, can be super fun to watch because, like I just said, it is the best of the best. These are the best hockey players in Illinois, and we get to watch them showcase their skills here tonight.
Yeah, we were taking a look at the rosters that have their stats on them, and it was just like, yeah, it makes sense why these guys are here, why these players are playing in this game tonight. And you know, we saw the last game end in a shootout, 2-2.
Yep, the JV game.
You know, a lot of action here tonight, and you know, we're hoping that it heats up the outside temperature because boy, it's cold out there, but the hockey's heating up here tonight.
Well, we're going to see some fun hockey, and before we take a little break here and get to the player intros in a minute, we'll just remind you we are on Shellen Sports Media tonight. Shellen Sports Media, every game matters. Every moment deserves to be remembered. Shellen Sports Media provides professional live broadcasts so family and friends can watch from anywhere with play-by-play commentary, on-screen graphics, and a polished broadcast experience. We also create recruiting and keepsake videos that help student-athletes showcase their skills to college coaches and preserve the moments you'll want to look back on for years to come. For more information, please scan the QR code there in the corner of your screen. Shellen Sports Media, capturing today's games and tomorrow's opportunities. We will step aside for just a minute here, and we will get you back in time for your player intros. It's the All-Star Game coming up on Shellen Sports Media. welcome you back on Shellen Sports Media as we get ready for our player introductions. North Central All-Stars versus the Illinois West All-Stars. The North Central kids rocking the dark blue and orange uniforms with the white sleeves, and then on the other side, your Illinois West All-Stars are rocking the all grays, white black stripes. And we will let our PA announcer in-house take the player introductions here as we get set for the IHSHL All-Conference All-Star Game.
First, our designated visitors today, the Illinois West Conference team. First, coaches from Warriors City, and Thank you. And now, at this time, we ask that you take time to our Illinois and remove header and fix the flag on the sound of the walls of our country. Let us serve with the organization of our national anthem.
Well, if that doesn't get you hyped up for a hockey game, I don't know what does. Players are ready to go, coaches are ready to go, families are ready to go, and we are ready for some great hockey here on Shellen Sports Media. Once again, my name is Joe Williamson alongside my broadcast partners Ethan Wiles and Brandon Januska. So we get set for the opening face-off. I think we're getting 3 periods of 17 minutes. We're not entirely sure up here, Ethan.
Yeah, we just saw the last one with
two halves. Yeah.
2 halves, 30 minutes.
Running clock.
Running clock, so we'll see what we get here. But, yeah, the assumption is 3 17-minute periods full of great hockey with some tremendous athletes out on the ice.
I love, the teams. We were talking about this before we went on the air. Obviously, all-star jerseys for both of these teams, but I love looking at the players' gear. They got all sorts of different colors going from their various high schools and prep schools. So fun to see the players having a little bit of fun out there as we get ready for our opening face-off. Looks like Ryan Pett will be the starting goaltender for your North Central All-Stars, and in goal for your Illinois West All-Stars, it'll be Elijah Jacknick from Neuqua Valley. Of course, all these players going to get an opportunity to play here tonight, so I'm assuming we'll see all 4 goalies as well as every other skater who's suited up for the festivities tonight. Both teams are set, and the opening face-off has been dropped, won by the North Central All-Stars, as they will dump and chase to start this one. 17 minutes on the clock as we are underway in the IHSHL All-Conference All-Star game. Puck battle in the corner. It's won by West and shot in from about center ice. That was directed away by Ryan Pett in net. And the North Central All-Stars will take things the other way. Nice pass up ice. Great control there coming across the blue line by Cameron Christopher. He will wire one wide of the net. Christopher still chasing after it there in the corner. Got a little help from Kedzie Tidy before North Central goes for a change. Ethan, probably not going to see a whole lot of physicality here tonight. Of course, nobody wants to get hurt in the All-Star game, but still going to see some good, fast hockey regardless.
Yeah, that's what we've seen all night here, and we made a joke earlier in the before the broadcast. The ECHL game finished like a baseball, high-scoring
right.
baseball or a low-scoring football game. So
turned over.
We're hoping for a lot of action here, a lot of goals.
Yeah, a lot of fireworks. Hopefully, we get some fun goal calls in there, or on the flip side, maybe we get some good saves by these all-star goaltenders, just to highlight why some of these players are in this game. Ryan Pett is in goal, of course, for your North Central All-Stars. 14-1-1 with a .915 save percentage this season.
Yeah, that's insane.
1.63 goals allowed per game. I mean, those are just ridiculous numbers, even at the high school level. So these kids all deserve to be here, and they're going to show you why tonight. At
this level, too, they're going to go all out. It's not, it's a fun game, obviously. Like you mentioned, you don't want to get hurt. But at the same time that when you're all conference and you're playing in an all-star game, you're going to give it 110%. So that's going to be the best part about this game.
Captain at the blue line, shot on. I think might have caught the knob of the goaltender's stick. And another shot from the blue line. That was Charlie Harvey, but right into the glove of Ryan Pett. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off for your Illinois West All-Stars. Charlie Harvey had that shot on net. 23 points in 22 games, pretty good for a defenseman. Also spent quite a bit of time in the penalty box, 52 penalty minutes for Charlie Harvey. And he will keep it in at the blue line before it's turned over and brought the other way. Tyler Corrigan. He'll find some help, and he'll get it right back and just fan on the centering pass missed the first real opportunity for the North Central All-Stars. Figuring things out behind the net. Colton Woodring gets it out. Quite a lot of family in attendance here tonight, as one would suspect for an all-star game. Some of these kids, their last chance to play in front of family and friends at the high school level, as a shot blocked on the defense there by Tyler Corrigan from Deerfield High School.
Sure you can see it on the broadcast too, but all the bunting out here, the balloons, the sparklers, all that going off tonight for all these athletes.
The festivities in full force tonight. For the guys on the ice, I mean, this has to be an absolute blast to play in this kind of atmosphere. We were watching the JV game, and a couple of high schools had a lot more vocal support than others, but nonetheless, every goal, every shot, every save, got a lot of noise from the crowd in front of us here.
And a great game too. 2-2 going into, well, it was 2-1 going into the final 2 minutes of the game.
Last-minute goal, I believe.
Yeah. So and then we got the shootout there. No overtime in the All-Star game. We go right to the shootout. So
we'll see if that's carried over here for the varsity All-Stars. A nice battle at center ice. Turned away, brought the other way by Gunnar Galloon, from Evanston High School.
Be interested to see too if we get the power shootout in this game or not.
Yeah, there were no penalties, no power plays in the JV varsity game. There was just power, what were they calling them? Power shootouts, power shots.
Yeah.
You just got an automatic penalty
power
shot.
shots, either way.
An electric atmosphere, and the refs are going to let them play too, assuming there's not a whole lot of physicality. Some nice board battles going on early on. Not a whole lot of offensive, sustained zone time so far for either team, and that one shot on and deflected wide of the net. And right in front, a good stick on the defense there. Kept a blazing puck away from Jack Nick, as they're looking in front. Once again, turned away. The defense so far from your Illinois West All-Stars has been great. Fanned on a shot there did Hayden Minsky, the forward who had 30 points in 20 games. And this one's just going to be covered up in net by Ryan Pett.
You talk about all the different skill sets out on the ice here. It's one of the most interesting things to watch, especially at the hockey level of all-star games. Basketball, it's probably a lot of the same skill set, but when you pair the best goaltenders and the best scorers and the best defensemen, it's really going to be a battle of who in that group of three is going to come out on top. And you mentioned the goaltender numbers here. Hard to beat when you're when you're allowing just under 2 goals a game. So,
and of course, not a lot of these kids have played together too. So you don't have practice time with these guys either. It looks like the North Central All-Stars trying to set something up. A couple of centering feeds that have been blocked on the defense. That one finds a way through to Cameron Christopher, who's been all over. And you don't get time to set up plays. You don't get time to figure out like team chemistry. So these guys are kind of just going in there blind. And a nice juicy rebound right out in front. Christopher couldn't find the back of the net. Turned away by Jacknick. That one shot wide again. Eftathio trying to find some help. Luka Raganovic wires one in behind the net. Trying to find something. Some more sustained offensive pressure here for North Central. They haven't found the back of the net yet. Elijah Jacknick has already made a couple of good saves, and they'll finally get the puck going the other way. Nice kick there by, I believe that's Liam Maroney? No, 72. That's Sean Lyons. Kept that one going, and now the West All-Stars trying to set something up, and a puck found its way right in front of the net, but nobody got the stick on it. Centering feed behind Oliver Puntillo, and we'll go back to center ice. West trying to set something up. Charlie Harvey brings it over the blue line. Turned away. Far side kept in, now out. Almost an odd man rush, and it's recovered. 2-on-1, good chance for North Central, and they score. A great 2-on-1. That was textbook hockey right there. Fritz Duda found Peyton Sebecki, and Sebecki the first one to find the back of the net for the North Central All-Stars. They lead 1-0 with 9:46 left to go here in the first. Shaky breakaway, but they found a way to get that puck back and create a nice 2-on-1 rush and find the back of the net.
They got the goalie laying down on his belly there and just put it right above him.
The goalie goes down, you look to put the puck up, and that's exactly what Sebecki did there. 1-0 North Central All-Stars. West wins the first face-off, and they'll try to bring it the other way. Turned over at center ice. They'll regain possession, though. A nice backwards pass. Looking for Colton Woodring, but couldn't find him. Now West will take back over in the neutral zone. Turned over, brought the other way. Fritz Duda. He had the assist on that first goal. He'll look for another one. What in the world? 2 goals in a row from Peyton Sebecki, both assisted by Fritz Duda. No, these two guys do not play together, but how about the chemistry right out of the gate?
Hey, you talked about building it, and boy, are they building that chemistry early here in this game. Less than a minute.
Back-to-back goals in under a minute for Peyton Sebecki. He's already on hat trick watch. And 2 assists from Fritz Duda. Behind the net, and that's always tough for the goaltender to find where the puck is. Somehow Sebecki snuck in there and Duda found him. 2-0, your North Central All-Stars lead.
And they got the first good look of sustained pressure there just a few minutes ago, and now they've capitalized on that, getting 2 early goals in this game.
Tyler Corrigan will regain possession, and now North Central looking to set something up again. Quick rush in, trying to find his way to the front of the net is Caden Norman, but turned away by Elijah Jacknick, who looks to recover after letting in 2 there. West couldn't clear it. A couple of skates kept it in. Charlie Walsh doing his best, and another shot on net. This time kept in the glove by Elijah Jacknick, and will get a stoppage of play. So Duda 2 assists, Sebecki 2 goals, and the Illinois North Central All-Stars out to a quick 2-0 lead. North Central wins the face-off. And they'll turn it over behind the net, but it's kept in at the point by Tyler Corrigan. We'll rim it around. West trying to find something. It's been pretty much all North Central. They've kept everything out in front and almost scoring with his hand, knocking that one down. Looked like Anthony Petroni. And no icing, that's waved off by the linesman. Played behind the net by Aaron Rubin. Couldn't get it out at the line, Gunnar Galoon. Turned over, and a shot on net from West. Turned away by Ryan Pett. Hasn't really been tested so far. Now we got another 2-on-1. Here comes Tyler Corrigan. He'll just take the shot, rebound, score! The original shot on net didn't go in, but a nice juicy rebound put in the back of the net by Anthony Petroni. Gets his first of the All-Star game, and a 3-goal first here for the North Central All-Stars. A little bit of dominance early on in this one, Ethan.
Good old announcer's jinx.
Yeah, you did call that one before the game, didn't you?
Good old announcer's jinx. Talked about how good these goaltenders were going to be, and 3 quick goals. And credit to North Central, truly. They put in a lot of pressure here so far early, and 3 really good 2-on-1 rushes have led to goals for them here. So
And like we said, all of these goaltenders and the rest of the players on the ice deserve to be here. And, you know, maybe it's just like you were talking about, right? Maybe the forwards are going to win this battle tonight and really show the true strength of the offense in these leagues. As ILWest coming the other way. A nice shot on net from Gavin Brick right into the glove of Ryan Pett, who looks very comfortable so far in net. And like we said earlier, 14 wins for the junior goalie. 9-15 save percentage. We don't really talk about Jacknick from Neuqua Valley. 3.17 goals per game allowed, 898 save percentage, more than respectable numbers. Looking in front, and a nice spinning shot there from Colton Woodring, but he couldn't get it to go, just wide of the net. Now come the other way. Nice effort there by Estethio to keep that one on his skates and stay on side. Little collision in the corner, a centering feed to no one, but kept in on the near side by Cullen Jones. And now will come the other way. Woodring brings it across the blue line. Got a little help. Caught in the skates there by Charlie Harvey, and he brought it back out to center ice with him. Cameron Christopher looking for help. Back in, nice, looking for the tic-tac-toe passing there, but nobody home at the point. Petroni will reset to Jones on the near side. They'll get it out to Minsky. Hayden Minsky from the blue line will put a shot on net, and it's covered up by Jacknick. 5:17 remaining in the first, we assume, of 3 periods. Already we've seen some offensive firepower from your Illinois North Central All-Stars. Some good passing, sustained pressure, and for any goaltender, All-Star or not, when you've got a bunch of sustained pressure and consistent shots on net, it's really hard to not let one in, and you get that odd man rush, and it, sometimes they just beat you.
And it's looked very good for the North Central All-Stars here early in this game, and if they can keep getting those chances like they're breaking out to right now, they're gonna keep winning this game.
Would have been another rush, but a nice effort there by Jacknick to come out of the net and push that puck off to the far side before the odd man rush really materialized. Now coming the other way, ILWest, Liam Maroney, and I think we were called for offsides there on the near side. Maroney, so we'll bring this one back out to the neutral zone.
If you're the West All-Stars too, you take a look here at the last 4.5 minutes of this period, you just try to shut down those chances, and you look at the board here too, 12 shots to 4, you obviously got to put more shots on net, but if you're just able to play a little more defense and create some chances for your own there, I think the game's still playable.
Yep, get some takeaways, generate some odd man rushes like North Central's been doing, but most importantly, got to remember to have fun, right? It's the All-Star game, so these kids all having fun out here, and another nice save by Jacknick. That was a tough shot. A lot of pressure.
And a lot of speed.
Yep, pressure and speed.
That
was
quick.
Kedzie tidy. Yeah, a lot of these kids really know how to skate. And not just fast, too, controlled. You watch, especially youth hockey, but even at the high school level, some of these guys are fast, but they don't know how to control it. But these guys have been very smooth, and that's what you would expect from the All-Stars, of course.
And during that sudden death shootout that we saw in the last game too, a lot of good handles in the shootout too.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of mini Patrick Kanes out there. I know you're a Blues fan yourself, but
hey, you don't have to throw that out there.
You gotta respect it.
We're in Blackhawks territory, man. A couple of good saves there for Jacknick. He'll take this one from the blue line and just glove it. He's looked better since that last goal went in. Made a couple of tough saves, some point-blank ones on that last sustained pressure from the North Central All-Stars. And we'll get another defensive zone face-off for Jacknick and the West. And just tons of pressure offensively from North Central. A good takeaway from Anthony Petroni. Generated another shot, potentially a 2-on-1, but a great stick by Owen Bratt. Got back, played some good defense, and took away the 2-on-1. And there's the third element of the game you were talking about, Ethan, that defense showing. And what a move, trying to go spin around, backward shot. Couldn't find the handle on that last shot, though. Anthony Petroni, and he still has it. Looking for a teammate down low. Petroni can't keep it in on the near side. It's recovered by Tyler Corrigan. And yet another 2-on-1 if they can hurry. And he'll just take the shot himself. Cameron Christopher looking for his teammate on the left side. I think he might have caught Jack Nick cheating a little bit that way. And he went glove side high. And he makes it 4-0 for North Central. My goodness.
Yeah, just able to sneak it over the shoulder in the top left pocket of the goal.
Cameron Christopher, 2:44 remaining. It's always tough for a goalie if you think you might have to cheat towards that second forward who's coming in on the rush, and then the guy with the puck just snipes it at you.
When you have the ability to put it precisely in that pocket of the net, that's why you belong in this game.
Right. Lifted out, but recovered by ILWest. Here comes Josh Pujanowski. He'll bring it in, looking for someone in front, but nobody home. And I think we are going to get an icing call here on North Central. I'm guessing brothers Josh and Joe Pujanowski, both playing in this game. Josh, defenseman, Joe at the forward.
See, I'm always in favor, if you get a brother matchup, you have to pair them on opposite teams. You have to put them on
Fair enough.
teams.
Unfortunately, not the way this All-Star game was set up.
Now, of course, you're playing the same team. You know, you're playing on the same team, so you got to play in the same division.
Totally.
But
I will take back what I said. That was Caden Norman who was credited with the goal on that fourth goal for North Central. So he gets his first of the night and fourth for North Central. Cameron Christopher has also been very much involved in this game so far. A couple of shots on net for him early on. And now West almost had a good opportunity there and a shot back from the blue line. That was Jacob Morgan. Kept in by Josh Pujanowski before it's turned over in front of the net. First real good look for the West All-Stars there. A couple of good opportunities, good shots, good passing. They'll have to do a little bit more of that if they want to get on the board here in the last minute of the first.
This is crunch time for the West, too. You want to get something going here at the end of the first period. He built some momentum going into the middle frame.
A great move there by Alexander Estethio. Skated around a defender, but I think maybe hit off the blocker of Elijah Jacknick. 97, I always, of course, think of Connor McDavid. Some Connor McDavid-esque moves there from Estethio. Down into the far corner. Referee will try to get out of the way. Nice move by Cameron Christopher. And cleared by the West.
It's the second time I thought the refs were going to get playing too. The ref down here in our left corner picked up the loose stick out there, and thought we were going to get the Zebras going in here too a little bit during this All-Star game. Hey, they got to show it off too.
Yeah, you never know what might happen in the All-Star game, right? Referees playing. I feel like that would not be the craziest thing anybody's ever seen on the ice rink before.
No, that would be me out on the ice. That would be the craziest thing anyone's ever seen out on the ice.
Man, I tried playing with my college team one time, and I had so much more respect for hockey players.
There's a
after
reason
that
I'm up here holding the camera
seriously.
and talking into the mic and not out on the ice.
We'll stick to the talking about hockey. You guys, these guys can play. Well, 4 goals for your Illinois North Central All-Stars, 2 of them from Peyton Sebecki to start things off. We will take a quick break before we get back for some second period action. 4-0 in your All-Star game on Shellen Sports Media. Second period action coming up here in your IHSHL All-Star game between the North Central All-Stars and Illinois West All-Stars. Shellen Sports Media, if you are a parent, you know how quickly this goes. The carpools, the practices, the early mornings and late nights. One day you're buying the first uniform and the next you're watching senior night. These moments don't last forever, but the memories can. Shellen Sports Media helps families hold on to every chapter with professional live streaming, so grandparents, relatives, and friends can be a part of the journey no matter where they are. We also create recruiting and keepsake videos that tell you your athlete's story, the growth, the dedication, and the moments that define their career. Videos designed not only to help college coaches see your athlete at their best, but to give families something meaningful to look back on long after the final game is played. For more information on our live streams, recruiting highlights, and keepsake video packages, please scan the QR code displayed in the corner of your screen. Shellen Sports Media, because these moments mean everything. And a couple of fun moments early on for some of these All-Stars. 2 goals in the first period for Peyton Sebecki. He will be on hat trick watch here as your Illinois North Central All-Stars lead 4-0. And it looks like we have Ryan Pett still in net for the North Central All-Stars, but Eli Matthew out of Hinsdale Central has been put in net for your Illinois West All-Stars. We'll see if he's up to the task of this dominant North Central offense so far. Ethan, I mean, just so much sustained offensive time for these guys and a lot of grade A chances. And not really much you can do even as an all-star goalie to stop a lot of that.
They played real good defense too, stopping any looks that the West All-Stars have had. And you know, the 1 minute the West, any player on the West gets a chance to possess the puck, there are at least 2 North Central All-Stars on that guy right away.
Eli Matthew now in net for Illinois West. He went 9-1 this season. A .942 save percentage, and once again, less than 2 goals allowed per game at 1.80. So another kid who very much deserves to be in this game, and we will see if he is up to the task, or maybe it's just the side of the ice they're on. You know, sometimes it's just a mental thing, right?
You know, when you're itching to
go,
right? When you're itching to go in an all-star game, I feel like the juices are flowing a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
nerves might. Oh wow, lightning quick snag there. And
seems pretty
from
comfortable
that
right
save
away.
Alone, yeah, I would say he is up to the task. Eli Matthew gloving that one, and I'm sure for a lot of these kids, the nerves are going. Or like I mentioned, for some of them, it is their last opportunity to showcase their skills. And the seniors tonight especially probably getting a little bit of the feels, the goosebumps. So they will be putting everything on the line to try to impress one more time. We hope some of these kids go on to play some college hockey.
Hard to believe it's been 10 years myself since I last put on the football jersey in high school. I know I'm aging myself there a little bit.
Yeah, man, you don't really realize. I mean, we all play different sports. I was a baseball player in high school, but that last game kind of sneaks up on you a little bit.
Yep.
I was never a super emotional guy on the field, but I remember that last day, the tears were flowing.
Yeah.
So,
which living in the Midwest was never easy because it always was cold about the last
right,
game of the year,
exactly.
So.
These kids, I'm sure, will remember this game for a while and many, many others. And from the far side face-off dot, Charlie Walsh puts one on net, and it's gloved by Ryan Pett. Perfect 9 for 9 so far in net is Pett. Man, every time I say that, I feel like I'm doing like a nursery rhyme or something. Ryan Pett in net. You could probably come up with some better rhymes too.
Just fits.
Once again, like you said, every offensive effort by the West All-Stars is turned away. Just kept in by Joe Pijanowski, and then it's turned away once again by the North Central All-Stars.
It almost just seems to know where the passes are going. They're stepping in the right lanes every time, breaking up passes.
Yep. Good stick there by Logan Hugel. And they'll bring it the other way. Joe Pijanowski, and that's going to be a penalty. So now our first opportunity to see what we're getting here. Are we getting a power play or are we getting a power shot? Sounds like we're getting a power play thanks to our PA announcer in-house. Got 5 West All-Stars and we got 4 North Central. So we will get your traditional hockey power play, 5 on 4, and maybe another good, really first good opportunity for the West All-Stars to get on the board.
And if you're North Central, you just want to keep playing that tough defense that you have been playing, and they do so right away here, getting that face off and breaking it up.
Hugel looking for help on the far side. Around to Oliver Puntillo, and right in the center of the ice. He'll look to put one on, but a nice stick on defense. And it's up in the netting. As long as you're not spending most of your time going back to retrieve pucks behind your own net, I think it's a pretty successful power play, but you gotta find a way to get some pucks on net, put somebody in front of the goalie to get those rebounds, create some screens, and that's exactly what Logan Hugel was looking to do there. And a shot on net by Oliver Puntillo is smothered by Pett, and another offensive zone face-off for your West All-Stars. West wins the face-off once again. Back out to Puntillo at the blue line. Back and forth. Puntillo. And we've got a number 22. I don't have a 22 on the roster, unless my roster is not updated. So we'll have to guess at who that is.
The downfall of no names on the All-Star
exactly.
jerseys.
Sean Lyons with a shot on net there. First time we mentioned his name tonight. And looking for Gavin Brick in front, but he had his stick lifted before he could get the shot off. And for the first time on the power play, puck comes out beyond the blue line. But West comes right back in with it. Looking for help, Charlie Harvey. And another stick will get it out. West coming back with numbers. Slowed down on the far side. And taken away, and maybe a 2-on-1. Great speed. And a, wow, short-handed goal shot and score. Theo. I just made, almost jokingly, the comparison to Connor McDavid, but my goodness, He just stripped that puck, straight up beat the defenseman one-on-one, took it all the way to the other end, and put it above the glove side shoulder of Eli Matthew.
Said, just watched McDavid do that last night against Washington, and it wasn't as successful for McDavid as it was right there. But yeah, the comparison there is real.
Estethio showing off the speed, which is really the most impressive part of his game from just a couple minutes of watching him, but a nice shot there as well. And a 5-0 lead on the shorthanded goal. We are now back. And
now he's showing off the slap shot too there. That's yeah.
Yeah, back to even strength. Owen Bratt credited with the assist on the Estethio goal. So 5-0. North Central All-Stars lead. And now they'll come the other way with it. Hayden Minsky shot and off his teammate Cullen Jones in front. Jones around back of the net. Looking for Christopher. Christopher can't keep it in. He'll bring it back out in that center ice, looking for some help. North Central still controls with Cullen Jones. Bringing it up, Christopher and Minsky. Christopher tries to dangle. What a move, and that one's caught up somewhere underneath the pads. Christopher almost had a nice, pretty goal there. Tried to dangle and then push it up right back where Estethio beat Eli Matthew earlier.
Yeah, I don't even think Matthew knew where that was for a split second. He looked to his left thinking it may have beaten him, but it was just sitting right there in between the pads.
Offensive zone face-off won again by North Central. That's Kedzie Tidy. And now it'll score it out and will come the other way. 2-on-1 and a nice stick on defense once again. A centering feed. Shot from the face-off dot and he scores! Thought that was originally in the glove of Ryan Pett, but somehow it snuck through, and Jacob Morgan gets the West All-Stars on the board here in the second. It's 5-1.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Joe. I thought he made the save originally and then kind of just fell backwards and was sitting in the net. The West All-Stars getting on the board.
I even thought I saw the puck in his glove. Yep. I don't know if he dropped it or if it snuck through and we were seeing something else.
It did look awkward there once he made the original save, if there was the original save, because I'm with you. I thought I saw some glove there.
Really the first time Ryan Pett was actually beat in any form or fashion. He looks rock solid. The shutout is broken with just under 11 minutes to go in the second period. Assist going to Josh Pijanowski. Now North Central will look to come the other way. Nice effort on defense by Josh Pijanowski to get a stick on it. And now potentially a centering feed, but a great job of Matheson Cooney to get back and break that one up. Goes wide of the net, no icing, and will play on in the corner. North Central come the other way. Looking for the breakaway was Peyton Sebecki, who, as we mentioned, on hat trick watch, but he was smothered by two defenders. Cross ice pass looking for Owen Bratt. Bratt looking for someone in front and just off the stick of Kedzie Tidy and back out. You can just tell these guys are flowing a little bit for North Central, looking for those passes right in the middle of the ice, and the West All-Stars are giving it to them. And now Aiden Urquidez looking for a teammate on a breakaway, but icing as Joe Pijanowski could not get to it. We have 9 minutes, 11 seconds left in this second period. Your West All-Stars finally on the board. It's been a fun one so far, Ethan. Some fireworks on both sides now.
Yeah, we'll see what the West can do here. They're back on the board. Hopefully they can get some momentum off of that goal. But like we've talked about throughout this game, North Central has just looked so good. And, you know, we mentioned the chemistry. Boy, they've built that here in the first period and a half.
It didn't take very long for these guys. Mentioned not a lot of them play together during the regular season, as you would guess, because it's an all-star game. I believe not more than 2 or 3 kids from a single team. So really not a whole lot of chemistry going into this game, as Gunnar Galoon trying to find something, and he's turned away, but back on defense, Galoon and Fritz Duda stop that rush, and a big shot from the point. That was Cullen Jones looking for the long-range sniper and coming all the way around, and now looking for a centering feed, and a nice defensive play by your West All-Stars to knock that one away. Looks like maybe Tyler Corrigan was going to have a wide-open shot in front, tipped, and I think under the pads of Eli Matthew. That was a sneaky tip right in front, a great redirect. Somehow Matthew covered it.
Yeah, once again, I don't think Matthew thought he had that one. He just happened to be sitting right on top of it.
Right underneath the pads, and I think we just got a goalie change for North Central at about the halfway mark in this one. Tyler Ortega, the senior, is in net now for your North Central All-Stars. The senior had a .932 save percentage, an 8-1 record, and 1.40 goals allowed per game this season. I mean, just unbelievable numbers for all of these goalies. Take a look at, I mean, Peyton Sebecki, who has 2 goals tonight. He had 11 on this season in 18 games played, 19 points in total. Coming the other way is Sean Lyons. He'll go coast to coast pretty much before turning it over on the far side. Coming the other way is Ethan Walters. Walters looking for help, and a great play there by Cullen Jones. He'll skate around behind the net. Jones looking for help. He'll go back behind the net to Declan Gallico. Gallico? We're making this up on the fly, folks.
I'm going with your call.
We'll go Gallico.
All right.
Back out to the point, and a shot stuffed by Gavin Brick. And looking for the tip in front was Declan Gallico.
Oh, what a look.
And another great look. Gallico, a couple of good opportunities and a couple of great saves by the goaltender Eli Matthew, who came in at the start of this second period. And North Central doubling the shot total for your West All-Stars, 22-11. They lead 5-1. One of the things that I've always loved for some reason about hockey is a nice move. My goodness, looking for the centering feed. That would have been an insane play by Jacob Rihani. They didn't have anybody home. I love watching the shot totals versus the actual score of the game, because you can outscore a team or you can outshoot a team by like 20 shots and still lose a hockey game. And it's just amazing to me to see how that all kind of materializes. It's another great chance there for the West All-Stars, who are starting to generate a little bit more offense. Coming back in there, and a shot on net looks like Ryan Antonucci.
At this point in the game, you just fire pucks on net.
Absolutely.
At that point, you wear the goalie down a little bit too, and you just keep getting these good looks. These passes are good. They're just not connecting right now. If they can connect on a few of these passes.
Yeah, I mean, seen a couple of great moves, right, to try and find somebody in the center of the ice, and just either the skater somewhat behind the pass,
they're
or
one
just
or
nobody
two
home.
passes away from getting a really
absolutely.
good look, which is credit to, again, the North Central All-Stars for being able to shut that down.
West would have been offsides there, so they'll end up turning the puck over as they get onsides. Christopher looking for help. He'll find some. Estethio looking far side, face-off dot, and once again, nobody home. A redirect there would have been nice for the North Central All-Stars. Estethio in the corner. Puck battle along the boards. Estethio comes out with it, a nice centering feed. Looking for Christopher, shot goes wide.
That was a rocket.
And nobody on Christopher there. And that one's just gonna be iced by the West All-Stars. And everybody gets a nice change here, some fresh bodies on the ice with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second period.
Boy, Alex Estethio has been a real has been really good, and we haven't. I'm not just watching him because we've said his number. It just happens to be the one that catches my eye every time he's out on the ice.
It's just so fast. I
yes.
mean, that goal that he scored was not a true breakaway until he made it one. And that's the kind of pass we were just talking about, right? Looking behind the back, it was a great effort. And now it comes the other way. The West will break it up, but there's just nobody home for some of these passes for the West All-Stars. Let's bring it the other way. Charlie Walsh. And the puck turned away behind the net. And from the blue line, looking for a redirect was Liam Maroney. And he couldn't get his stick on the puck. North Central will bring it the other way. Good effort by Kedzie Tidy to try and fake out the defenseman and bring it the other way. And now a race for the puck on the near side. North Central brings it back into their own zone. They can't move it the other way. Nice tip pass. And once again, just another great stick on defense. That's Colin Jones. And it's going to generate some more offense for North Central. Another 2-on-1. And just an absolute ripped shot from Oliver Puntillo that goes wide. He may have had Matthew beat there in net. I don't think he had the greatest angle, though, for that shot. Now coming the other way. And the first real test for Tyler Ortega. And it comes right to his chest.
The second period has just been full of absolute rocket shots coming off these players' sticks.
Couldn't have said it better. That was a laser from Puntillo. And fortunately for Matthew, he didn't have to use his body to stop it.
You even saw the young kid sitting behind the net even react to that one. Kind of flinch back a little bit.
Absolutely. The boys are buzzing, as a true hockey fan would say. Cross ice pass. Tried to shoot from the blue line, but fanned on it. Did Ryan Antonucci. And, oh man, looking for a potential breakaway to Joe Pijanowski there, but the West will have to bring it the other way. And again, just looking for that pass. Center ice, nobody going home, a miscommunication. And now coming the other way, Pijanowski looking for help, but it's intercepted and brought the other way. Great move by Caden Norman, and he will shoot and score. Caden Norman, his second goal of the night. Beat the one defender at center ice and had a one-on-one with Eli Matthew. And he got him kind of sliding to his glove side, and he beat him stick side.
And just the work to get past the defender, too, just showing off the speed. And, you know, the NHL, the AHL, they have all their skills challenges and all-star game in 2 days. We've got it here tonight in one hockey game. It's insane.
That was the skills challenge right there on display.
We've seen it, a little bit of it all tonight, from the precision to the speed to the goaltenders.
Defense, yeah, absolutely. And a nice chance there generated by Owen Bratt. And they couldn't get it to go. Now coming the other way for North Central, looking for someone in front. Puck squirted away near the face-off circle and turned away by Eli Matthew. Now the West coming the other way, shoot and save. Nice blocker save there by Tyler Ortega. Another puck squirting towards the center of the ice that the West just couldn't get to. And a collision at center ice, not something we expect to see in the All-Star game, but hey, it happens, it's hockey. You're moving quick. You know, one of the things I said about hockey that I just have so much respect for, right? I played with those guys, and I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm concentrated on just skating.
Yep.
Right? And then you get the puck, and it's a whole other game. You're trying to think about the puck and staying on your feet, finding an open teammate. There's just a lot to think about. So these kids, their minds are racing the whole time, and they somehow find a way to make ridiculous plays.
And they
called it a goal. Oh, my goodness.
We've got a
Was that a true Michigan goal in the All-Star game? I thought it was off the crossbar, but I think we got barred down. Unbelievable shot there. And I believe, we'll get the official call in a minute. I think it was Cameron Christopher, maybe, or either him or Hayden Minsky. Here's the call. So Cameron Christopher does officially get in on this scoring with an unbelievable Michigan goal. That was
stunning.
That was something.
Stunning.
My goodness. You don't see that pulled off at any level very often. And Minsky looking for a 2-on-1. Man, and that'll end the period. But
that would have counted too.
Some fireworks at the end. Hayden Minsky sets up Cameron Christopher for an unbelievable Michigan goal to make it 6-1 at the end of 2. It's the IHSHL All-Conference All-Star Game on Shellen Sports Media. These games go by faster than you think. One day it's a weekend tournament, and the next it's senior night. We were just talking about that, Ethan. It goes by so fast. Shellen Sports Media, however, helps you hold on to those moments with professional live broadcasts that let family and friends be there no matter where they are. We also create keepsake and recruiting videos that preserve the plays, the emotions, and the memories that you will treasure long after this season ends. And for more information, please scan the QR code displayed in the corner of your screen. Shellen Sports Media, because these moments deserve to last. We will be right back with your third period action, the Conference All-Star Game here on Shellen Sports Media. Back with third period action, 17 more glorious minutes of All-Star Game hockey on Shellen Sports Media. Once again, my name is Joe Williamson. I'm with my broadcast partners, Ethan Wiles and Brandon Janiska is handling our tech tonight. Maybe at some point during this period, Brandon will have to just chime in a little bit and say hi.
Brandon, we're talking about some of the best snacks to have.
Oh,
there we
thought.
go.
Shot and score right out of the gate. Don't know if we have the number. I think that was Dennis Nikolaev. We have not called his name yet tonight. The West All-Stars getting back on the board. It is 7-2, and wasting no time is Nikolaev.
The West All-Stars just don't want to hear from Brandon tonight, I guess.
I guess not, yeah. They said, no, we don't want to hear from the Billings Mustangs Pioneer League Baseball play-by-play guy.
I feel left out here. I got some baseball legends of the game
I
here
don't know
with
about
me.
legends. We both just started.
Rookies of the year.
There you go. Brandon spent this past summer out in Billings, Montana with the Billings Mustangs in the Pioneer League. I was with the Chicago Dogs. And Ethan, you're all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
Doing lots of different stuff. And here we all are working together for Shellen Sports Media, and another great scoring opportunity. This time it was Nikolaev setting things up with the centering feed, but they could not get it to go.
All right, now for our break in the action, Brandon. We were just talking about some of the best snacks to have in the booth, and got to get your opinion on here. What's some of the go-tos for you?
Put that mic down, Brandon. I don't know if we can hear him yet. We'll get his opinion on that.
We were talking pistachios.
Yeah.
Joe, you pulled a bag of trail mix out of your backpack here. So
our the Chicago Dogs broadcast this summer had a lot of pistachios.
Love it.
And trail mix. There was some Swedish fish in there, some beef jerky. One of our guys on the production crew actually makes his own homemade beef jerky.
Oh, nothing better.
So that was one of our favorites.
If the Portillo's and the Raising Cane's banners in the ice rink here weren't making me hungry enough.
Yeah, we were talking about snacks. That tends to happen with Aaron and I too on broadcast. We'll get to like the 6th inning in a blowout game and we'll be like, I'm hungry. So now to the food portion of our broadcast.
Brandon, what you got?
Yeah, usually if it's a baseball game, it's whatever concession stand
Yep.
item
That's fair.
I got
Yep.
from that day.
Yep.
But yeah,
Can't go wrong with a hot dog.
for today, it was a Chipotle burrito bowl
love it.
before coming in here.
We love it.
Man, you're making me even hungrier. These guys are hungry for some offense. What a nice play there.
Well, we just saw 4 goals in the JV game, and now we got 9 in the varsity game here. We've
Lots
got
of offense.
the offensive explosion. The West doing a good job of cutting a deficit in the shots total, 25-17 right now. But at one point, it was about a 11-12 shot difference for the North Central All-Stars as they get another one on net there, but good save.
Shot from the point, and it's gloved by, I believe that's still Eli Matthew in net.
That is Matthew. Hinsdale Central.
Brandon, if you had one takeaway from the game tonight, these guys are all so good. What would be your takeaway from this one?
Just the speed, how quick these guys are. You blink and they're already down ice, putting a shot on goal.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Oh, shot and score, a juicy rebound. That one came right to Declan Gallico, and he finds the back of the net. Beats Matthew. I think, you mentioned the speed. We talked about Estethio and some of the other guys on this North Central roster specifically. One of the things that I found just most unbelievable about some of these guys' skill sets are the shots. I mean, you're looking at exactly where these kids want the puck to go in the back of the net, and just absolute lasers, too. I mean, they know how to direct it. They know how to put some oomph on it as we get icing here against North Central. And even for the best goaltenders in the league, a good shot is really difficult to beat.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty wicked one-timers come off some sticks here tonight, too. I almost wish that, more hockey arenas had the, I hate to bring it back into the baseball, but the pitch speed, the shot speed.
Oh, yeah.
Would love to have that sitting like right above the goal.
On the NHL broadcasts, a lot of them, especially for some of the higher speed shots, you'll get like a little graphic for it. But yeah, having an in-arena speedometer or something would be
shot speed
amazing.
radar would be fun. Yeah.
Well, they're all shooting it. They're all shooting it fast. I can tell you that.
Yeah. You at least got to have one for the All-Star game. But yeah, we'll just put fast above
fast,
each.
yeah.
It's
for
been
both
the word
the
of the
skate
night.
speed and the shot speed. And how fast Ethan's going to get out of here to get some Portillos.
I don't know. We're going to be racing.
And how fast you should sign up to hire the services of Shellen Sports Media. That was not one of our scripted spots there. I just tried to put one up there on the fly. Sorry, Aaron.
Didn't have me fooled, Joe.
It's been a fun time. We still got 13 and a half minutes. And a shot ripped on net by Colton Woodring, but a nice stick on defense, and it's up into the netting.
You talk about all the festivities that we've had here. You take a look around the rink and all the balloons and the festivities going on throughout the venue here tonight. Just great night for these players and their families. And you know, Joe, you mentioned it too. Some of these players getting the last chance to put the jersey or the sweaters and the pads on and get to play in front of their family, friends, significant others. You never know who's here tonight.
And hopefully a couple of family members and friends who are not in the area and couldn't make it tonight tuning in as well.
Oh, Joe is in his bag right now.
I know from a couple of these broadcasts that we've done, especially when it comes to youth and high school hockey, that some of these families are so dedicated to watching their family and friends play, and we will have people from all over the country and even sometimes the world tuning into these broadcasts. So if that is you, we're very happy we could bring that to you tonight and give you another chance to watch these kids put on a show. And a show it has been 8-2 as we play the third period, 10 combined goals. And, of course, most importantly, these kids showing off their skills and having a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, we've seen a Michigan in this game, too. That wasn't on my bingo
no,
card.
Not
Actually,
at all.
I think it kind of would have been in an all-star game.
That's fair.
I think
if you had put together a bingo card beforehand.
Right. I think you'd have to put one on there, but you know, continue to be amazed at the skill set of some of these athletes out on the ice. Each and every broadcast that we put out.
Battle at center ice, and the West All-Stars will regain possession. And it has seemed, as the game has progressed, like the West All-Stars have started to feel a little bit more comfortable playing together. Some more sustained offensive pressure. We'll see if they can find the back of the net one or two more times before that final buzzer in just under 12 minutes.
Yeah, and that was really key early on just for North Central. I mean, they broke free on 3 really good rushes, and you know, we had touched on that earlier too. When you're able to get that chemistry going early on and put 5 goals in the first period, you know, that says something. I
mean, it's weird playing with kids that you don't normally play with, especially if some of them are on rival high school teams, right? You love playing against those guys during the regular season, so to try and remember to be friendly and find some of those guys for some good passes and goals. It's tough to get over that mentality in an all-star game, but also pretty fun.
Shows the respect, too, that all of these athletes have for one another.
Good puck movement here in the offensive zone from your North Central All-Stars, trying to find something as it's ridden around back behind the net. And really, you know, 5-0 lead that North Central jumped out to. Since then, they've only outscored the West All-Stars 3-2. So since the West All-Stars started to find a little bit of a groove, it has been a very back-and-forth, even-paced game. It just took them a while to get there. We're coming back the other way. North Central All-Stars, just over 10 minutes to go. A centering feed looking maybe for Fritz Duda. But now coming the other way, Joe Pijanowski looking for some help. Couldn't find it from Logan Hugel. And back out in front, Pijanowski shot, score!
What a setup.
Another juicy rebound and a great setup in front. And Joe Pijanowski finds the back of the net, makes it 8-3. And like we mentioned, another opportunity for the West All-Stars to get back on the board and celebrate, have a little bit more fun before the end of this one.
Yeah, Logan Hugo with a great setup from behind the net to feed it to his teammate there in front.
North Central scored a couple of goals in that manner in the first period, and a nice stop by Eli Matthew. Every game matters. Every moment deserves to be remembered. Shellen Sports Media provides professional live broadcasts so that family and friends can watch from anywhere with play-by-play commentary, on-screen graphics, and a polished broadcast experience. We also create recruiting and keepsake videos that help student athletes showcase their skills to college coaches and preserve the moments you'll want to look back on for years to come. For more information, please scan that QR code displayed in the corner of your screen. Shellen Sports Media, capturing today's games and tomorrow's opportunities, and we're focused on the last 9.5 minutes of this one. The West All-Stars trying to cut a little bit more into that 5-goal deficit before this one is over. Looking for that cross-ice pass. Nice eyes in the back of the head there. North Central gets it back into the offensive zone. Trying almost for the backhand wraparound and a shot off the center in front shot and score. Didn't realize that one got in right away, but the 9th goal of the night for your North Central All-Stars. I think maybe that one just scored it off the pad there, and a putback goal for Owen Bratt.
Goals just keep coming here.
12 goals in this one so far. You mentioned before this game, we were watching the junior varsity game that ended 3-2 in sudden death shootout overtime, and you said, well, with our luck after that one, we're going to see a ridiculous blowout. And
still a lot of time for a ridiculous comeback.
That is true. You never know what'll happen.
You've said anything can happen in the All-Star game. Well,
but most importantly, Brandon, what is most importantly about the All-Star game?
It's all about getting that experience, having fun out there on the ice.
Absolutely. That's what I was looking for. Centering feed, nobody home for the West All-Stars. Got to make sure Brandon gets a few words in here, too, before the end of the broadcast. Once again, my name is Joe Williamson. Ethan Wiles, Brandon Janiska here on Shellen Sports Media. It has been a pleasure. We got 8 more minutes of fun here as we get icing called on the North Central All-Stars. Man, those player introductions were electric. I can only imagine as a player that's got to get the goosebumps up and going and the adrenaline running. And you don't get that at your everyday regular season game.
Right.
All these players got special introductions. Not just the starters, every player on the ice, the coaches. As North Central All-Stars looking to get into the double digits here with less than 8 minutes to go. Back to the blue line and pushed away there at the point. Come the other way, Colton Woodring just had the goalie to beat, and he wired it wide. And now coming back the other way, another 2-on-1 and a centering feed. It's tapped away by the goalie, Eli Matthew. Couple of good chances, one on either end. The West was offsides there. They'll get back on sides before turning the puck away. Here comes Estethio. Man, that speed, he's going to show it off again. He's got a man on the far side, and the puck dropped out in front. 2 opportunities for the North Central All-Stars to maybe find the back of the net, and they couldn't capitalize. Puck just scored it off the stick twice. And Estethio setting up another good opportunity with his speed. Ryan Hennigan coming the other way. He finds Christopher in front. He goes back around the net, trying to find some help back in the far corner.
these guys are doing such a good job of using the boards too to get their passes or get something set up too, and it's something that you see, you know, a lot of NHL guys, a lot of young NHL guys struggle to do, and it's nice to see at this level.
These guys are playing fundamental hockey. I heard one of the moms, as that puck was stuck up against the board to the far side there a second ago, just yelling board battle. That's a good hockey mom right there. Off the stick on defense, back around the net. North Central will bring it the other way. Tipped and right back out to a streaking Kedzie Tidy, but he couldn't find the space in front, and now North Central All-Stars would have been offsides. They'll recover, and coming back the other way is Tidy in the near corner, looking for help. Tidy back out in front, and it's poked away by Finn Heyman from Hinsdale Central. There we go, got a little stick handling there in net by Tyler Ortega. Came out to play that one, and then he'll glove the weak shot on net with 5:19 to go. The North Central All-Stars lead 9-3 here on Shellen Sports Media. Face-off won by the West All-Stars. Logan Hugel and Liam Maroney trying to set something up, but this puck will squirt out of the zone, and a late offsides call there. Well, outside it definitely feels like hockey weather. This week it got down to negative like 12 or something in this area.
Yeah.
It was downright balmy, as they say here in the Midwest.
I think it would have been warmer on the rink than it would have been
Probably.
on the ice than it would have been outside for the last couple days or so. And now we're getting right back into it tomorrow, too.
I rudely came back from 85-degree weather in Florida and got off the plane to 10 degrees and snowing. Not a nice welcome back to the Chicagoland area, but that's what you get for living in the Midwest.
My favorite saying is, though, when it's July and 110 and everybody is saying they wish it was cooler. Well,
right, exactly. Can't have it both ways,
no,
right?
Not here in the Midwest.
That's what Aaron Shellen, of course, the head honcho of Shellen Sports Media, he and I would go back and forth. You can only pick one to complain about. You can either complain about being cold or hot.
Too
and
cold.
The other one, you
hot.
have to just suck it up even if you don't like it.
I'll take the heat all day. I'll take the heat.
I would imagine that most of the guys on the ice would prefer the cold weather.
Yeah.
I did live with a hockey player for a year in college, and let me tell you, it was freezing in our apartment all the time. Nice juicy rebound there, and a great second effort save by Tyler Ortega. These hockey guys are a different breed, though.
Yep.
I mean, just the workouts they have to go through, the practices, the diets that a lot of them have to follow. I mean, tip-top shape, and a nice centering pass. Shot,
Good
score!
shot.
Wow, that was textbook hockey right there.
You talk about the precision of these shots. That was another one, another beauty.
A great spinning centering feed from the far side right to center ice, and of course it's the one guy we don't have a name for on the roster. That'd be number 22. We'll get you the call here in just a minute.
One thing about North Central, too, about this, every time the West gets an opportunity or they get a goal, they are right back at it quick and putting one on net.
So 9-4 with less than 3 minutes to play, and Feels like both all-star squads have had their moments in this one. Of course, the 5-goal lead early on from the North Central All-Stars really set them apart early, but this game is about the experience and the fun, just like Brandon Januska said a few moments ago. That one covered up in net by Eli Matthew. If you're a parent, you know how quickly this goes. The carpools, the practices, the early mornings and late nights. One day you're buying the first uniform, and the next day you're watching senior night. These moments don't last forever, but the memories can. Shellen Sports Media helps families hold on to every chapter with professional live streaming, so the grandparents, relatives, and friends can be part of the journey no matter where they are. We also create recruiting and keepsake videos that tell your athlete's story, the growth, the dedication, and the moments that define their career. Videos designed not only to help college coaches see your athlete at their best, but to give families something meaningful to look back on long after the final game is played. For more information on our live streams, recruiting highlights, and keepsake video packages, please scan the QR code located in the corner of your display. Shellen Sports Media, because these moments mean everything. 9-4 with just over a minute and a half remaining in your IHSHL All-Star All-Conference game.
Boy, and Hayden Minsky almost just made it 10 right there on the last look for the North Central All-Stars.
North Central All-Stars looking to get into double digits, and almost another bar down goal. That was Owen Bratt. He had Matthew beat, and that one beats Matthew. Cameron Christopher, his second goal of the night, and the North Central All-Stars make it 10-4. And much to probably the chagrin of these goaltenders who have put up unbelievable numbers this season, we're looking at almost a 33% success rate for these forwards, or really any of these skaters for North Central. I mean, just some unbelievable shots so far here tonight. Face-off won by the North Central All-Stars. 1 minute to play in this All-Star game as the clock stops at 1:03 to be precise. Some great performances on both ends of the ice. And there is your 1 minute warning. Last chance for these kids to show what they've got, and breaking out in a big way, Fritz Duda, who had the first 2 assists of the game, streaking down the ice, but nothing materialized. Now the West All-Stars come the other way. Juicy rebound, double save there. Oh my goodness, showing off the flexibility in net. Tyler Ortega stuck that right pad out a couple of times, made 2 beautiful saves. West All-Stars looking for another shot on net, and that one hit the blocker of Ortega. I thought we might get some offensive firepower at the end of the game, but Ortega showing off the reflexes in net. Looking far side, shot from the face-off circle. Sticked away in net. Matthew trying to keep the North Central All-Stars off the board to finish this one, and there is your final buzzer. Applause from all. 10-4 is your final, but more importantly, all these guys had fun, their families had fun, a night they will never forget, and a night that hopefully a lot of people all over the country and even the world had fun experiencing on Shellen Sports Media. Well, we were very glad we could get this one to you tonight. Final score of 10-4. A big round of applause for all of our All-Stars here tonight. And for Brandon Januska and Ethan Wiles, my name is Joe Williamson. This has been the IHSHL All-Conference All-Star Game on Shellen Sports Media. We'll get you the stars of the game here before we officially sign off.
Ladies and gentlemen, first for ILWest, the goalie of the game. For ILWest, Taking 20 shots for ILWest from Meadows Central. The skater of the day from ILWest, scoring a goal and getting an assist from Meadows Central, number 87, Dennis. The goalie of the game from ILNorth Central, saving 10 shots from rock number 1, Ryan. And the singer of the game from North Central, scoring 2 goals from round number 71, Meadows. And now, to present the Consumer Cup to Meadows Central. Presenting it is Tom Wagner, who gives us the Jack Kozlowski. And accepting it is ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for our conference players.
Well, there you go, folks. One last round of applause for our All-Stars here tonight. A fantastic performance all around. Your 2026 IHSHL All-Conference All-Star Game has officially come to a close. My name is Joe Williamson. For Brandon Janiska and Ethan Wiles, thank you so much for joining us here on Shillin Sports Media. Have a great night, and we will see you next time.